So I know it can be quite difficult at the beginning when you start producing to actually open your project and come up with something, but I highly recommend that any song that you start, try to finish it. Like, in my opinion, that's the best way to get into practice more and practice finishing songs, because the worst thing that can happen, the worst thing that happened to me at one time, I had a lot of projects, a lot of loops, I never finished anything, and I was getting really frustrated. And what I've learned is, like, even if you finish a track, and even if it's not the best track you've ever made, you still have a sense of accomplishment, and you can still reuse that project for your future songs. So what I do now is, like, I have certain templates, I have tracks that I've always taken the elements from, and I reuse them to work a little bit faster. I also save a lot of presets for my drums, for my synthesizers, so I can quickly find them and put them into my song and also establish my style. Before, I was, experimenting with a lot of genres. I challenged myself a lot. I always was starting from the scratch and always opened a fresh project, created all the patterns and all the synthesizers from the scratch. And it is a learning process, which is also important. You need to, like I said, get into practice, put in the hours to get faster. But as you grow, I recommend to save as many presets, as many projects that worked for you, and reuse them or reuse some elements. There will be some songs that, like I said, you might not love at first hear or first sight, but after 1 year, you might go back to them and you find the drum pattern was really cool. Or maybe the synth line was actually really great. Or the preset that you saved on some synthesizer sounds really, really great right now. So you can reuse these elements, and sometimes when you have a day when you're lacking a little bit of inspiration, this can re-inspire you again. So I usually start my tracks with a kick and the bass. So I want to make sure that they work together and create a nice groove on their own. And onto that, I build with my drums. So I create shakers, hi-hats, claps, snares, whatever is needed to create that groove that works together with the bass and the kick. And once we have this movement that is created with these elements, I start adding the melodic elements. So my genre is melodic house and techno, and a lot of it is also can be called progressive house. So I use a lot of chord progression in my music. So the chords are a key element to creating tracks for me. And once I choose these, all the rest melodic elements stems from that. So once you know your key, make sure that all the melodic elements are within the same key. And also, if you have any drums that have tonality to them or a kick, make sure you also tune them towards that scale.